Let's look at moons. It's in the Old Testament, but not in the New Testament. So let's go to First Chronicles. We want chapter 23, and we want verse 27 down to 32. For by the least words of David, the Levite, were numbered from 20 years old and above, because their office was to wait on the sons of Aaron for the service of the house of the Lord, in the courts, and in the chambers, and in the purifying of all holy things, and the work of the service of the house of God, both for the showbread, and for the fine flour, for meat offering, and for the unleavened cakes, and for what which is baked in a pan, and for that which is fried, and for all manner of measure and size, and stand every morning to thank and praise the Lord, and likewise at evening, and to offer all burnt sacrifice unto the Lord, in the Sabbath, in the new moons, on the set feast day by number, according to the order commanded unto them, continually before the Lord. And they that should keep the charge of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the charge of the holy place, and the charge of the son of Aaron, their brother, in the service of the house of the Lord. Let's go to Second Chronicles, and we want chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, I build a house to the name of the Lord my God, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense, and for a continual showbread, and for the burnt offering morning and evening, on the Sabbath, and on the new moon, and on the solemn feast of the Lord our God. This is an ordinance forever to Israel. Let's go down to chapter 8, and we want 12 through 13. Then Solomon offered burnt offering unto the Lord on the altar of the Lord, which he had built before the porch. Now Solomon wasn't supposed to do any offering. It was only for the Levites to do. 13. Even after a certain rate every day, offering according to the commandment of Moses, on the Sabbath, and on the new moon, and on the solemn feast, 3 times in the year, even in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of the tabernacle. Now Solomon wasn't supposed to do that. It's supposed to be the Levites. Let's go to chapter 31, and we want verse 3. He appointed also the king's portion of his substance for the burnt offering, to wit, for the morning and evening burnt offering, and the burnt offering for the Sabbath, and for the new moon, and for the set feast, as it is written in the laws of Moses. Let's go to Ezra chapter 3, and we want 4 and 5. They kept also the feast of the tabernacle, as it is written, and offered the daily burnt offering by number, according to the custom of the duty of every day required, and afterward offered the carnal burnt offering, both of the new moon and of the set feast of the Lord, that were consecrated, and of every one that willingly offered a free will offering unto the Lord. Let's go to Nehemiah chapter 10, and we want verse 32 and 33. Also, we made ordinance for us to charge ourselves yearly with the third part of a shekel for the service of the house of our God, for the showbread, and for the continual meat offering, and for the continual burnt offering of, of the Sabbath and of the new moon, for the set feasts, and for the holy things, and for the sin offering, to make an atonement for Israel, and for all the works of the house of our God. Let's go to Isaiah 1. We want 12 through 14. When you come to appear before me, who has required this at your hand, to tread my courts, bring no more vain obligation. Incense is an abomination to me. The new moon and the Sabbath, the calling of assembly, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn feast meeting. Your new moons and your appointed feasts my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. Remember Solomon, he was doing it and he wasn't supposed to. God don't like this. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 45 and verse 17. And it shall be the prince's part to give burnt offering and meat offering and drink offering in the feasts and in the new moons and the Sabbath and the solemnities of the house of Israel. He shall prepare the sin offering and the meat offering and the burnt offering and the peace offering to make a reconciliation for the house of Israel. Let's go to Hosea 2 and 11. I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts. In the Strongest Concordance is 23:20, new moon. 23:18, to be new, to rebuild, renewed, repair. The moon is the only natural satellite. A natural satellite is a space body that orbits a planet-like object or an asteroid. The moon orbits the Earth every 27.3 days.